This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. The governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him. When he was governor, we worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it.
The devastating wildfires in Los Angeles reviving Donald Trump's feud with California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Overnight, Trump posting on Truth Social calling for the governor's resignation, saying, quote, "This is all his fault," end quote. Newsom taking a brief moment to respond while in the middle of the flames.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
It's a lot to be.
All right, Shalom and Barakatham, call Bakarium to all you believing brothers and sisters, right, that make up the elect, right, which is the Most High's people, the Israel of God. And these are some images and things that's going on in California. As you see here in the caption, California officials have arrested 20 people, warning that looters will be held accountable and should not take advantage of the disaster. So in the midst of all this going on, you got people that are looting. And here's some of the images, and see, when you see this, the blame game, the finger pointing game is going on, which is typically what goes on. The Democrats, the Republicans, that's typically what goes on. That's the kind of the norm. But really what's going on, and that's not being acknowledged, is that this is the will of the Most High, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai. That's ultimately what's going on. So who's to blame for this is the Most High. And see, what the Most High is going to bring is order back in the earth and reverence of His name. So this is all by design. It's all through the spirit of the Most High God, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai. That's what's going on. Now, the non-acknowledgement of the truth is one of the issues that the Most High has with Esau, who's currently ruling the earth in wickedness, that is, right? Not acknowledging the truth. Let's get that very quick before I get started. I want to give all praises, infinite honor and glory unto our God, our power, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. I pray that this lesson is edifying to you believing brothers and sisters, exhorting and comforting, which is Philippians 4:7, the peace that surpasses all understanding. So that is what's going on here. This is, an impromptu video. I had a few precepts in mind, but we're just going to go in the spirit and go from there. This is the not acknowledging who the Most High is. This world doesn't acknowledge who the Most High is. Esau, who's the man of sin, who's ruling here in the last days, he doesn't acknowledge the Most High. He thinks that he's God. The non-acknowledgement of truth, which is the Most High, ultimately is the issue that the Most High, Yahweh, through His Son Yahweh Shai, the issue that they have with the current rulership of the earth, which is the rulership of the Edomites, which is coming to an end. Hosea 4 and verse 1, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh, ye children of Israel. So this truth is here for the Israelites, the elect, to wake up. For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. And a lot of people believe that, and they sing songs like God Bless America, and they think that everything, is supposed to be all good to go, and life is going back to what it was, over a decade ago and all this other stuff, but it's never going to happen because God has a controversy, and His Son they have a controversy with the inhabitants of this land, right? The way the earth is being run. It says, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. So that really is the problem. The problem is that there's no righteousness in Babylon. There's no righteousness in the earth because the righteous people are not actually ruling. Let's go back to the point I was going to make, which is Luke, the 12th chapter. So That's really what's going on. What's truly going on is that for not acknowledging the Most High, you know, as a matter of fact, we're just going in the spirit. This comes to mind as well. Isaiah, the 24th chapter. Right? For not acknowledging the Most High, well, then the Most High has to be acknowledged. Right? He's truly the only God, the power, right, of heaven and earth. So there are no other gods, only the God of the Israelites, which is his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, right? Who's his representative. So for not acknowledging him, well, he's about to get his glory. That's what's going on. Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and we're seeing that more and more. That's why the scriptures say that the Most High is going to destroy him that destroyed the earth in Revelation, the 11th chapter. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth. The world is weak, right? Is weak and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, and the people as well. Isaiah the 60th chapter, right? Where it says, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So who's ruling the earth? Job 9:24 tells us the earth is being ruled by the hand of the wicked, because they have transgressed the law. So here's the reason. It's not about Gavin Newsom and the water restoration, policies in California, and why there was no water in the fire hydrants, and they're saving money, and that's not what this is, right? It's the will of the Most High, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances. They've changed the righteous order. They don't acknowledge the Most High, nor his laws, nor the truth, as we read in Hosea 4:1. Broken the everlasting covenant, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. It says, and they that dwell therein are desolate. So the time that's coming is few people are going to make it out. The elect are going to make it out. Few people are going to make it out. And the earth is going to be in devastation. Great devastation is coming to the earth. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Now, we're seeing that in California, which that lines up with this beautifully through the Spirit, right? Here you see the subheading in Luke 12 that Hamashiach, or the anointed, divides men, right? Yahweh Shai causes division. So let's read about this division. Luke 12:49. In the words of Yahweh Shai, I am come to send fire on the earth. So Yahweh Shai said he's coming with the fire from the chariots. And that's going to bring more fire on the earth. But let's keep reading. And what is it going to be like when he brings fire? If it be already kindled. That's a question being asked. And we're seeing that today. We're seeing that all around the globe. It's getting warmer on the earth. They've been blowing holes in the ozone layer. All the issues with the weather patterns being off. The earth is mourning, as we read in Isaiah 24, and it's fading away. And it tells us that in 2nd Esdras, or was that? I believe it's in I know it's in the Apocrypha. I believe it's 2nd Esdras 14, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about that. Right, the earth, is in mourning, that is dying, it's decaying. Right, it also says it in Micah 2:10 that the earth is polluted. Right, it's all polluted because the rule of Esau, he's polluted the earth. It says, what will I if it be already kindled? So it's already on fire right now, and there's more and more problems coming more and more often, right, with these wildfires, and this is going on in different parts of the earth. Luke 12:50, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? So the most high, let it be known through Yahweh Shai. Until this happens, Yahweh Shai has to come and settle the score, right, for him and on behalf of the Most High. Verse 51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on the earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. And why would Yahweh Shai say that? Because he said there's no peace that's coming to the wicked. Right? So all of these fires and all of the things that's going on, World War III, all of these things tie together because it's all prophetic. It's all prophecy. It's all prophecy. So now, let's jump into this even more. This is 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras, no. Second Ezra, the 4th chapter. Second Ezra 4. Right here's a parable, and I want to touch on this because Yahushua said, what's the fire he's going to bring if it's already on fire? And that's also making reference to the missiles, but we can clearly see that California is burning up, and every other year or two, we see hundreds of thousands of acres being burned. Now in LA County, that's what's going on. So this is all prophecy. Everything is playing out according to the Most High's plans. So the Most High is the reason for what's going on. Second Ezra 4 and verse 16, the thought of the wood was in vain. And Yahushua told us that about the trees, which are the nations, right? So the wood here, when you read in like Matthew the 13th chapter, the 38th verse, Yahushua told us the field is the world. So the wood is where the trees are. The people, are symbolic of the trees and nations. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. Now let's put a little context to this. So the thought of the wood was in vain. This brings this to mind. It's the book of Psalm, the 2nd chapter, and we'll go right back. Psalm 2, we'll start from the top. And it reads, Psalm 2 and 1, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, which is the nations taken over here in the last days? That's a vain thing. That's never going to happen, because the scriptures tell you that Esau is the end of the world in 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the fall of Esau, right, brings forth the rule of the righteous people, and that's forever. That's never going to end. So why do the people rage? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? This is a vain thing, right? Thinking that Russia or China, or there's going to be a new money system that's going to be set up, and depending on who got particular resources and whose military is the strongest, none of that's going to matter. Psalm 2 and 2, the kings of the earth, speaking of all the ruling nations, set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, see, so what's going on is the nations are coming together in their summits, in their meetings, their councils, right, public and secret, and they think that, what's going on with Babylon falling, like an example is the BRICS nations. Right, they've added another 5 or 6 nations, to the BRICS alliance, which is that opposition to Babylon spoken of in Isaiah or Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 9th verse, the assembly of great nations. They think that them coming together, that there's going to be a reorder to the earth in the way they think it's going to be, but it's not so. So now let's go back. So why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? 2nd Ezra 4 and 16 again, the thought of the wood was in vain. So the thought of these nations and what is about to happen and how the earth is going to be, is going to be basically who's going to be running, who's going to be ruling, who's going to have power. It's everything that they're thinking is in vain, meaning it's pointless, because the Most High said that the elect underneath Yahushua was going to rule. Yahushua was going to be crowned ruler of the universes. When you read in Psalm the 110th chapter, it says the thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. So that's the same thing that Yahushua was saying back here in Luke 12, right? I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So this is all in vain. These nations jockeying for position to rule, all of it's in vain. So what these nations and what the people of the earth are about to witness is they're about to witness who the Most High God is, Yahweh, right, through his son coming back, and they're going to know then who the king of terror is. Now that's found in this chapter, which is talking all about the wicked here in Job 18. But I want to get to the point. Let's start down here, right? Speaking of the king of terrors, which is another name for the God of the Bible, Yahweh, right? Al-Shaddai, right? So the king of terrors, Job, Ayawab 18 and 11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, speaking of the wicked, and shall drive him to his feet, because this chapter is speaking about what's coming to the Edomites here in the last days, right? Since they are ruling. Verse 12, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Verse 13, it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Verse 14, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, because really the confidence that he has now It's the confidence in the dollar, in the almighty dollar, right, which is weakening day by day, week by week, month by month, right? So his confidence he has now, he's about to lose it. And also part of that confidence is that the nations fear him. Well, the nations don't fear him as they used to, because now many of these other nations, all of the superpowers, they all have the same technology, the ICBM, the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. So the confidence that Esau once had, as the scriptures say, how has the hammer of the how has the hammer of the earth been cut asunder? Now it says that because that's also symbolic of Esau losing his power. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. So the king of terrors is another name for the Most High God, Yahweh. That's a title, right? So that's what this world is witnessing. What's going on in California? This is all just a preview on a smaller scale, although those hellish conditions out there look like, when you read about the fire and brimstone. But it's only going to get worse. Job 18 and 15, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. He took this land, right? It didn't belong to him. He just came and took this land. Let's just show that. And the Most High didn't forget that. The Most High didn't forget all the wickedness that Esau, Edom, the man of sin, has done. Micah 2 and 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. So that's what has happened with this land that he has now, which is why it says it here in Job 18, Ayawab 18 and 15, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. This is coming to Esau because this land don't even really belong to him, right? Although he claims it and he's put his name on it. But this land belonged to the natives, the indigenous people of this land, the Native Americans and the Latinos, the so-called Latinos, the Northern Kingdom. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. So what you see going on in California, we know, according to the scriptures, is going to be all of America is going to be destroyed. Verse 16, his roots shall be dried up. That's his lineage, his people. Beneath and above shall his branch be cut off. Verse 17, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. Right now, you got states and different parts of the world named after him in the streets and counties, all of the municipalities. You got all of his name being all over the earth and him ruling. Right? That's about to be taken away. Verse 18, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased, it says, out of the world. So the memory is going to perish of who the Edomites are after the kingdom is established. Verse 19, he shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Verse 20, it says, they that come after him shall be astonished, which is be astonished, to be astonished, or here it says appalled, at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. So this is coming to the wicked, as we read in Hosea, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse, because there's no truth, no knowledge of the Most High in the land. So this is a man that don't know righteousness. He don't know the Most High, right? He's not right. There's nothing about him that's righteous. So he's being brought, as we read up here, to the king of terrors in verse 14. Little do he know that he's being brought to the king of terrors, right? Now, what's interesting about that is this. Let's show that. This is the book of Isaiah 59, because Esau is going to come down like a madman, sparing none. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west. So the name of the Heavenly Father is coming back into the earth. The name of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. From the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, meaning in the east. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So that standard is coming against him. Right now is this truth that's going to be Yahweh Shai. Right? That's going to be lifted up against him. This truth is already out here. And that's part of that standard. But Yahweh Shai is going to be the one that's going to actually bring deliverance to the elect. Verse 20 is the proof. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto him and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh, those that return to worship in the Lord in spirit and in truth, as it says in John the 4th chapter. That's who salvation is coming to, when the enemy come in like a flood. So Yahweh Shai is bringing more fire. So whatever Esau tries to do, hey, the Most High already has him checkmated, and he's going to be offset with whatever he tries to do, which is what the scriptures are telling us. He's going to come in like a flood, right? Now, that brings this to mind in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Revelation 3 and verse 10, because the enemy is going to come in like a flood, but the Most High is going to send Yahweh Shai, right, to finish this man off. Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which are the believers, those that are turning from ungodliness in Jacob. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which this is the time where the mark of the beast, the RFID chip is going to be implemented throughout the earth. And the believers are not going to take it, but the majority of people on the earth are going to take it, which shall come upon all the world, meaning everybody is going to be presented with this, to try them that dwell upon the earth. And this is to try to show and prove who the righteous are and who the wicked are. As the scriptures say, then shall they know who are my chosen. Well, hey, once that chip is presented, we're gonna know a whole lot more, right, concerning the elect, because the Most High, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, is going to be with the elect. So all these things is going to force the hand of the Most High, right? Because all brothers and believers truly are in the spirit of wanting this place to be done. But this is what's going to truly force the hand of the Most High, right? When Esau come down with those unrighteous decrees, with those draconian laws, I should say, that's going to make the Most High have to move according to his word. And the Most High is not a man that he should lie. Let's get a few more. This comes to mind as well. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Let's start at 15. It says, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with Ha'adawan. So the reward of the elect is with Yahweh Shai. That's the new bodies, right? Immortality, rulership over the nations is continuing on. And the care of them is with the Most High. Verse 16, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom. And that's what we're waiting for. The desire of wisdom bringing forth a kingdom. That's why we're going hard and learning about who we are and returning and serving the Most High to the best of our ability, right? Shunning wickedness, hating sin vehemently by coming back to our heritage, which is what's found in the scriptures. And a beautiful crown from the Adawan's hand, for with his right hand shall he cover them. That's Yahweh Shai. And with his arm shall he protect them. So he's sending Yahweh Shai to cover and protect the elect, right? When the enemy come in like a flood, when that microchip is made mandatory and it's manifest and it comes to pass, right? To try the whole earth. Well, the Most High is going to be with the elect. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Now that's heavy. It says he's going to make the creature, it says here, his weapon. Now, let's touch on that real quick before we end it out. So the Lord is coming to make the creature his weapon. Let's precept that. Isaiah, the 41st chapter, speaks about that. So before this devil, or as this devil is trying to show and manifest his power, it's the left hand fighting against the right hand. The right hand is going to overcome the left hand. The right hand being the righteous side, Yahweh Shai and the angels, and then you have Satan and Esau and demons. So this is the fight. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. So let's show that Isaiah 41. Let's just go to the point. Let's go to about 13. Yeah. Isaiah 41 and 13. For I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. And who is that making reference to? The elect. Fear not, he's going to help the elect. Once again, those that return from ungodliness in Jacob, as we read, right? Going back to Isaiah, the 59th chapter, the 20th verse. Isaiah 41 and 14, fear not, thou worm Jacob. So the elect, Jacob is likened unto a worm, meaning we're defenseless. So we need the Most High to actually defend and protect us. And ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the Most High is going to be with us, and he's sitting Yahweh Shai, right? Along with the angels, you're going to have Daniel, the 12th chapter. You're going to have Maya Ka'ala, the archangel, that's going to come down and stand for the children of thy people. So you're going to have the angels, but most importantly, Yahweh Shai, through the Most High, protected his people. That's a promise. Verse 15. Behold, I will make thee, speaking of the elect, a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, speaking of the nations, and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. So from the largest to the smallest nations, all the nations are going to fall in line, right? This is what this is speaking about. So the elect are going to be like a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, meaning we're going to tear through these nations. Right. And that's going into, the power, having power, that teeth. That's what's going to allow for us that spiritual power from on high. Now, let's touch on that before we go back and close it out. This comes to mind. It should be Luke, the 10th chapter, where Satan falls like lightning. Luke 10 and verse 18. And he said unto them, speaking of the words of Yahweh Shai, I beheld Satan, Shaitan, as lightning falling from heaven. So this is the fall of Esau, the missiles, right? Part of that, Yahweh Shai coming with the fire from the chariots is a part of that, right? And we're seeing it on the lesser scale, which is Esau's, his actual, his society crumbling economically, militarily, World War III going on, right? With trade, ultimately with the morals, the lack of morals, the moral and ethical decline in this place. Wickedness is at an all-time high. Wickedness, have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So all of this is part of his fall. But those missiles and Esau falling is what's being made known here. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, meaning from power. So Esau's falling from power. Seeing Babylon on fire like that out in L.A. County, hey, that's a major sign that Esau is falling. Luke 10 and 19, behold, I give unto you power to tread on scorpions, on serpents, Salakia, and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Speaking of the elect, right? This is a promise to the elect. Verse 20, notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, meaning you got complete power of what's going on here on the earth. As it says in Revelation 11 chapter, I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, right? So this is the promises to the elect, starting with the 144,000. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Then we're going to know, right? So the Most High is going to be with the elect. So let's go back and read this again. This is Isaiah 41 and 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. That's a promise from the Most High, that he's going to give that power to the elect. Now, I think we were here. Wisdom of Solomon 5, how we got there. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 17 again. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature, speaking of the children of Israel, right, the elect of the nation of Israel, the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Verse 18, he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment instead of an helmet. Verse 19, he shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. And the unwise is 2/3 the heathen and the wicked, right? So the elect are going to be standing with Yahweh Shai, the true avengers, the true X-Men, right? The righteous men that were chosen from the foundation of the earth. So with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. As always, to you believing brothers and sisters who tune in and listen, I want to give all praises, infinite honor, and glory unto our God, our power, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises, honor, and glory be to the God of heaven and earth, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who is our Lord and Savior, who's soon to return. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel. Barakim La Habayaf Madabada. Blessings to the house of David, which are your brothers laboring, day in and day out, giving all diligence, making your calling and election sure. And to the Akim Wa Akwaf, which are the brothers and sisters that also listen and believe on the glorious gospel being preached throughout the four corners of the earth. Unto you I say Shalom.